So how do you decide between all the portable Bluetooth speakers out there? How do you decide which one to actually get? The good thing with modern Bluetooth speakers, a lot of them have so many different similarities, you really can't go wrong with any of them. You'll be fine with whichever one you choose. But there are a few key differences to be aware of. So the first step is figuring out what are you actually going to use the Bluetooth speaker for. Is it just going to sit on a shelf? Are you going to be using it around water, strapped to a backpack? Are you going to be using it at parties? And what kind of space are you using it in? Is it going to be outside? It's going to be inside mostly. All of those play different factors into which Bluetooth speaker you decide. So I've tried 4 of these common Bluetooth speakers over the years and have come away with a few key differences. First off, they all have USB-C charging. They all have fairly decent battery life. They all have very good Bluetooth connectivity. They all have pretty good sound. So you can't really go wrong with any of them. So let's go through these a little bit individually. First off, let's talk about price. These 3 are kind of in that $30, $35 range. This one, the JBL Grip, is a significant increase in price, up to $85 or so. But if you can get this on Cyber Monday or Black Friday, that kind of thing, sale, this can be a very, very good deal. But it typically is double or triple the cost of these. So the question is this one worth it? Well, we'll get to that. First off is the Anker Soundcore. I've had this one for a very, very long time. And there is a newer version called the Soundcore 2 that is out, which is the updated version. But Anker is a solid brand. It's very durable. This has been a good basic Bluetooth speaker that I've had for many, many years, and it has worked very well. What I like about this is it has an aux input. I've used this to plug into a variety of different devices, including a computer and including even some sound equipment. So that has worked out very well. The Tribit X Sound is the next one. This is one that I've had for many years also. And this one I've noticed is quite not as durable. The rounded front mesh gets dented. So you can see that big dent in there. It also has this lanyard, which the Anker does not. And the big thing that I've noticed with this one is bass. It is very, very heavy in the bass. So if you like that, the Tribit is the way to go. The Ortizen is the next one that I've had. I've had this one for a few months now. On paper, this one looks really good. It has the longest battery life of all of them. It has EQ settings here. It has very, very strong drivers on both sides. It has very, very good sound output. It also has an aux input, and it also has a micro SD card input. So you can put playlists on a micro SD card if you want. This one has been a very, very good one, at least on paper, but I'll tell you, there's one big flaw that makes this one not good. And that is when you connect it, listen to what it says when you first turn it on.
Bluetooth. Bluetooth is connected.
That announcement happens every time you turn this on. There's no way to turn that off. In fact, I've reached out to customer service and they replied, there's no way to turn that off. Future updates might get rid of that, but for now, that makes this one very annoying when you turn it on. If you can get by that, it's a great speaker. Now, that brings us to the JBL Grip. I have noticed a significant improvement in sound quality compared to any of the others that I've tried. Look at the size difference between these two. Now this one on paper has a much higher driver output of a total of 24 watts, and this one is a total of 16 watts. So definite difference in output, but the sound quality of this one is so much better. Now if you put these all in a room and tried out different sound from each, maybe 50% of people might be able to tell the difference. But if you're part of that 50% that can tell a difference, it is a noticeable difference. And is that worth the extra double, close to triple the cost? Well, it depends, and that's a decision that you'll have to make. What I've noticed with the JBL, there are different layers to songs that you may not have even noticed before. You'll notice a difference. If you're using Apple Music lossless audio on something like this, you'll notice a difference. The songs will sound better, more full, more layers to them. You'll notice it. And if that is important to you, then this for sure is worth the extra cost. Now, if you're looking for a party, looking to just have maximum output, then this is probably the way to go. But if you're listening to it kind of on your own or exercising or whatever, I would definitely recommend the higher quality of this one. There's also a few other key differences in JBL compared to the others that might be worth the little extra cost. So one is a better Bluetooth connectivity. It's Bluetooth 5.4 compared to Bluetooth 5.3 or 5.0, which gives you better battery efficiency and also better range and maybe more reliability. These three are rated as IPX7 and this one IP68. So what does that mean? IPX7 allows you to submerge these 1 meter underwater for 30 minutes. Not many people are going to be doing that. You can consider these as really good for splash resistance, maybe a shower, things like that. Rain, outdoor use, that's fine. If you're looking to submerge heavy water use or dust, dirt, sand, debris, this is going to be your better bet. Also, this has a higher durability standard of a drop test, dropping it on concrete. This is going to be more resistant to that. So if you're looking for durability, the JBL is the way to go. Now, a few of these have EQ settings. This one the Artisan has EQ settings built in. The JBL with their app has much more precise EQ settings. The JBL does give you more control over EQ settings to find that precise sound that you like. How about lighting? The Trivet and the Anchor, no lights. The Artisan, they have lights, and the lights will flash according to sound. So sound activated lighting, which is pretty cool, especially very cool for party situation. The Grip has a light on the back that you can adjust, different colors, different pulsing, but it's not sound activated pulsing. It is basically just a nice ambient light. When you have it up in a corner or up on a shelf with a wall behind you, it gives a very nice glow. Very, very cool. If you happen to have duplicate of each speaker, they all allow stereo connecting. With the JBL, it's through Auracast. With the others, you can connect it manually with pushing the button or through individual apps. Just a word about battery life. Now, the JBL Grip has a battery life of about 14 hours, and these others have about 24 to 30 hours of battery life, and that's at about 50% volume level. The higher the volume, the quicker you're going to burn through battery. Now, you might think that that's a big difference between 14 hours and 30 hours, and it is. It's more than double. But realistically, I can play the JBL Grip for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 7 days a week while exercising and only charge it once a week. The charge time is only 3 hours compared to a longer charge time for a larger battery. So realistically, the smaller battery life of 14 hours works just fine for a complete week for me. Now, if you're going to be hiking remotely and don't have very much for battery power, maybe you want the larger battery where you can do this for 30 hours. But you're going to sacrifice a little bit on durability and waterproofness and dirt and dust proofness. So there's trade-offs with each one. So in summary, there's a lot of different Bluetooth portable speakers out there. It really depends on what your individual case use is going to be, and also what kind of music quality do you like? Are you okay with basic standard music quality, or are you more of like an audiophile that really likes the depth of individual songs or listen with lossless audio? If you're interested in music quality or sound quality, the JBL Grip is the way to go. Another reason you might want to go with the JBL Grip is if you like precise adjustments by using the app with EQ or various EQ settings that are presets or various lighting modes, and including software updates on future performance increases, then the JBL Grip is the way to go. If you like lights, then either the JBL or the Artisan are good to go with lighting. If you want party, the Artisan is the way to go. It's affordable, it's powerful, it's got lights, great for party atmosphere. If you're looking for just basic portability, just basic sound, no lighting, just standard, durable at an affordable cost, then the Trivet or the Anchor are the way to go. If you need an aux input, the JBL does not have an aux input, but it has a stronger Bluetooth connectivity where most things you can connect with Bluetooth. So maybe you don't even need an aux input. If using a micro SD card slot is important to you, then the Artisan is the only way to go for that. In summary, which one would I choose? The JBL Grip all the way, every day. I would choose this one above everything else. Is it worth the extra cost? I think if you can find this on sale, yes, for sure, it is worth the extra cost. Now, there's so many other Bluetooth speakers that are out there. These are just a handful that I checked. If you have a favorite one that you use, let me know in the comments below which one you like, which one you prefer, and a reason why. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with anyone else who you think might use a Bluetooth speaker. Or if you are considering buying a Bluetooth speaker, I put links for some of these in the description below. These might have some very good deals coming up for Black Friday or Cyber Monday, things like that. So be on the lookout. Use the links below. It'll take you right to them. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll catch you next time.